again.
Again?
Yeah.
Guys,
How many times will you do this?
Guys, can we shoot?
Sorry.
So our team is making us do this.
But honestly, this is a space we wanted all along.
A place to talk about the funny, real, messy part of being moms.
So we are childhood friends, new moms and co-founders of Dular, figuring it out just like you.
This is Moms Behind the Scenes.
Let's begin. So this podcast has got delayed for 15-20 minutes. Kapura, can you answer why? Why have we got delayed?
So we had a slight wardrobe issue.
Issue, okay.
I think my pregnancy was very smooth.
Huh.
And for some reason, I was able to keep my weight well in check during pregnancy. So I did not put on more than what was the recommended amount. And generally, I was eating healthy. But I think something about feeding makes you want to eat so much
Yeah.
food. And I think my body's storing all of that for thinking I'm going to stop eating at some point. So I think the whole postpartum weight gain has, and it's something that's at the back of my mind. It obviously bothers you. I'm sure a lot of moms go through this. And so I was unhappy with with the options that
We
I
have
had.
tried that position, this position,
Yeah.
using the pillow. I'm sure everyone will know what the pillow is for now.
So I think, I think it takes a lot of tweaks to kind of get in a place where I'm comfortable getting in front of the camera.
So I am now 1 year postpartum. So I have managed to lose most of my weight, and also because I have a
You
boy.
barely put on any weight to start with.
Yeah, also I was throwing up, so I was hardly eating
Yeah, that's
also.
true, that's
but
true.
And also because I'm a boy mom and my child is running and walking, so I'm just basically chasing him all the time. So I have managed to lose the weight, but because I know you since childhood, so I knew this is going to come up. So I purposely just wore some loose clothes. Otherwise, you'll be like, Roshni, you're looking so thin. This is not fair, and this that. So to reduce the waiting period, so I have now purposely worn a little loose clothes so I don't look very thin.
This is why our friendship works.
Yes, I agree. If motherhood were a movie, what genre would yours be right now? The options are comedy, drama, thriller, or documentary.
Definitely a thriller. I think because I don't know why she's crying. I don't know if she's sleepy, if she's hungry, when is she going to wake up, when is she going to go to bed. So it's very difficult to plan anything. It's definitely very thrilling.
Fair. I think mine would be comedy right now because now Ved knows how to do peekaboo. So in the middle of a feeding session, he'll just get off the bed and he'll start playing peekaboo with me and then hide and then come back. And every week there's a new teething session. Then his mood keeps changing here and there. So yeah, it's quite funny right now with Ved. I actually was quite excited to do this podcast because after very long we're doing something together, because I was on leave, then you were on leave. We've not been able to go to work together. So I was damn happy to do this together. It's also like work, but it's still fun. So yeah, I was quite excited about it. Both our kids are inside. We're still able to have this conversation around. So yeah, so it's nice. So it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, I think these are conversations that we have every day
Yeah.
on the phone, texting at 2 a.m. while we're feeding our children. So I think this podcast is just an extension of that, where we're talking about what we're going through,
Yeah.
but like formally, Mayank has made us sit here and do this formally.
Looking back at our pregnancies, what was the most unexpected, funny, or moving memory?
Okay, so I think for me, finding out that I was pregnant, so it was quite a journey for Nikhil and me to, to get pregnant. So I think the moment where we found out I was pregnant, when we heard Vasu's heartbeat for the first time, I think that was a very intense, very special.
I think for me would be that I had not started planning and you were planning for quite some time. And then suddenly out of the blue, I came to know I'm pregnant. And then I was like so happy at the same time, but feeling a bit guilty, to tell you that, I am pregnant already without zero effort and it just happened. But I knew you would be the happiest.
I was so happy for you.
Yeah.
Like,
And it was funny to tell people because I had got pregnant quite early on, like within 2 months of getting married, and then having to tell people that I am. So I think that was the most unexpected part of my pregnancy, that I got pregnant so fast.
No, it was beautiful. I think when you told me also, I was so excited because I think it's such a special thing, and I think I'd realized how special it would be to be pregnant at that point.
Yeah.
And it was amazing, and I think Ved is just the cutest blessing ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I know this is something that a lot of moms end up doing, and I want to know what kind of things you do. So, what are the crazy things that you find yourself Googling at 2 a.m. when your child is awake?
Actually, I have started using ChatGPT
Okay.
because I feel like it's always there to answer all my stupid questions with no judgment. So I have asked all if my baby is rubbing the ear too much, is it a problem?
Oh, yeah.
If if the baby's drooling, is it a problem? So my baby is trying to hit a world record on the number of teeth.
Right.
It's still 6.5 months. He had 0 teeth. Now we are turning 1 year. He's on teeth number 10. So I try and so I've Googled, is it a problem? He has so many teeth. Is it a problem? Like, I don't know, because I feel like it's not possible for someone to have so many teeth at this age.
I mean,
Oh, I actually also, you keep telling me, my Vasu's not slept properly. She's doing only 2 naps, 3 naps. So I ask your questions also. I'm like, I'm feeding, might as well be. Even ask your questions to ChatGPT, because I know
yeah, you sent me a few of those.
you use
responses.
Reddit, I use ChatGPT for
Yeah.
my questions. So
I mean, there was a point when Vasu was, her weight stayed fairly stable, and she was very young, maybe 2 months or so. And I was incessantly Googling, am I underfeeding my child? Is she not getting nutrition from my milk?
Yeah.
And this is after, the pediatricians have given you the okay sign. They've told you your baby's perfectly fine. But I
Yeah.
think something about being a first-time mom just makes you want to double check and triple check everything. I'm sure I asked you about
Yeah.
Ved's growth and his weight gain. So I think, I mean, there's always something plaguing you, and you just try and research about it to feel better, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
So now that Ved is almost a year old,
Yeah.
I'm sure like you've started noticing things about how he is as a person and his personality.
Yeah, that I can definitely say. He is definitely very, very active. He is very social.
So basically, like you.
Yeah, he's quite like me, I can say that. He definitely likes, I think, sports. So he'll see a ball, he'll kick. So I think he will be quite like me, I feel. He's also a ladies' man. In the morning, goes for all his walks with the ladies. And I'm sure you've seen how he's trying to keep hugging your child and all.
Yeah, he's quite a hugger.
He's quite a hugger again, like me. And one thing, he loves food, which is amazing. I know a lot of people have this problem that my child is a fussy eater or a picky eater. Touch wood, till now I don't have that problem with Ved. He loves his food, which is again, I think, like me and like you. I think he's picked up a lot of things from you also.
Yeah, weirdly.
He loves sleeping, which is again great. He loves eating. He gets hangry very easily, which again is my trait. Like, I need my food on time. If it doesn't come to me, so I get like very angry. So does Ved. Oh.
I think Vasu is quite different from me. Actually, I can't tell who she is because she's not even like Nikhil. I think so. She's a terrible sleeper.
Oh yeah, very unlike you.
Very unlike me because I can literally sleep through the night, and I'm dying to sleep through the night at this point. But Vasu wakes up a lot. She's also, otherwise, I think she's quite relaxed. But I think when she decides she wants something,
Yeah.
she is going to bring the house down to get it, which
Yeah.
which is interesting as a mom to deal with that. But I think she's also very smiley and I don't know, she's charming. She will look at you and she will give you this super cute smile, and then everything, you'll forget how she's kept you up all night.
Yeah.
Which I think is just the most special thing about babies. I
Yeah.
think also, I think being part of Dular warmed me up a lot to little
Yeah.
Chotu babies.
And you also had like 6 months of interaction with Ved. So I
Yeah.
think you knew what it's, and then you were already pregnant by then. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, now I can't, I've not left the house without her. I've
Yeah.
literally got her here for the podcast recording. So she's right next to me.
Yeah.
My mom has been generally very supportive. She's been very supportive in the Dular journey as well. And when I was pregnant, also, she made sure that I ate really well. She kept sending things over from her place. She kept checking up on me. And I think since Vasu has come, she has really sort of grown into the role of grandmom.
Yeah.
And she's an adorable grandmom. And she's those typical grandmoms who spoils the grandkid. And I'll be like,
Yeah.
Mom, no, it's her bedtime. Or Mom, no, don't overstimulate her. But all they want to do is shower your baby with love.
I think one major thing I've realized is how have our mothers raised 2 kids without a nanny?
Oh man.
It's almost impossible. I'm like, when my nanny tells me she takes the 2 days off in a month, I'm like, how am I going to do it? How am I going to do it and stuff? And our mothers have raised 2 kids, done and like with no nanny help. And that time, fathers were not so hands-on and
yeah.
everything. So they, I think, single-handedly have done it. And my brother was not easy. He wanted to be held all the time, and over that, just there were 2 year age gap with you, like
Yes.
between you and your brother, 1 year age gap. I'm like, they must have not slept for years, I feel.
Yeah.
And not, they've not had the education, like those childbirth classes you and I have done. And, you know, all these mom groups, and like we have each other all the time. I feel like hats off to our mothers who have done it without any help. One thing my mom and I disagree on is my mother or the whole generation doesn't believe in wake windows or what time a child should sleep. They're like, बच्चा को जब नींद आएगा वो बता देगा, बच्चे को नींद ही नहीं आ रहा है. And then once when I recently visited my parents' house in Calcutta, Ved was getting sleepy. My mom's like, नहीं चलो garden लेके चलते हैं. This that half an hour we've got delayed. Ved's food and bath everything has got delayed by half an hour. It's taken me 1 hour to put him to sleep, and he has gotten up 3 times in the night because he has been overstimulated, overtired.
Oh man.
So yeah, this is one advice. Like, our parents just don't understand concept of wake windows. So yeah, I wish all our generation moms understood that we are just not forcing our child to go to sleep. He or she has to go to sleep.
Yeah.
So they're well rested. So yeah, that's one advice I don't listen to. And one more thing. Anytime the child is crying, he or she is hungry.
दूध पिला दो.
दूध पिला दो. भूख लगा है तुम दूध नहीं दे रहे हो. I said, Mama, he is not hungry. It could be gas. He has pooped. First is just go give milk. Only that's the way he'll calm down. And yeah, so yeah, that one was one thing I did. At times I would just lie to my mom, I'm feeding him. I would take him inside, but just change the diaper. But I just had to lie. Because she would just not listen. She'd think I'm just not agreeing to feed my child.
Oh God.
Yeah, so yeah. One major difference between your and my life right now is boy mom versus girl mom. So do you think it's actually very different from what you feel?
I know that our experiences are fairly different, but I also feel like it's slightly anecdotal. I
Okay.
do think that eventually kids will either be boisterous or they'll be fairly calm. And I think both of us know quite a few very calm boys.
So once I had a boy, everyone told me as soon as the baby is going to start walking and running, it's game over. That is common. That's common knowledge. Everyone's saying, "Oh, boy, mom, he's going to be obsessed with you. He's just going to look at you like, oh my God, I have the best mother in the world, and he is just going to run, and you're going to keep chasing." I think this is the stereotype for boy moms, and it's so true.
Yeah.
Like when I come back from work, I clean my face. You know, I put that under eye cream. Like Ved is just like looking at me like, wow, my mom is looking so nice. And it's just like I carry him because he wants to be held when I've just come back from work. He'll just keep staring at me. And then for 5 minutes he's done, and then you just start running. Then he's over me, and then he just wants to keep running. Like passage, bathroom, kitchen. He's just non-stop on his feet. Like we have to massage his legs 3 times because
wow.
we feel like he's so young.
Yeah.
And he's so active. Like I have to massage his legs 3 times. I feel his legs will start paining. So yeah, that's my secret of losing weight. Just like unleash your child. And if they start walking early, then you are going to lose your weight faster.
But it is so special that that Ved looks at you so lovingly, and it's obvious how obsessed he is with you. Obviously, with me, that is not the case. So Vasu, you know, like I will be up 5-6 times in the night to feed her. I will rock her. I will wake up early, like 5 a.m. She's up. I will wake up with her and play with her for 2 hours. And then when Nikhil wakes up and he comes and says good morning to her, she gives him the biggest smile. Like I have got 0 smiles after spending an entire day with her. And the minute he walks in from work, and she has the biggest smile for him, and she reaches her arms out to touch him and play with his beard and his face.
Yeah.
So she is
Yeah, I've seen that she's quite obsessed with
she is
Nikhil.
like,
and-
yeah, she will giggle. So
But you know what they say, like boys really adore their mom and girls want to be like their mom. So I had always thought, you know, Ved's first holiday, Ved's birthday, I wanted to take him on a holiday. So first I thought we'll go to Goa, you know, which is the most common place, you know, with the beach and everything. And then I realized I have to take the nanny
Yeah,
because
yeah.
otherwise I can't
it's
do
not a
any-
holiday otherwise.
It's not a holiday at all because I have to go to sleep at 8:30.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
And
what
we-
else to do?
yeah.
So then I had to figure where we can go on a holiday where I can take my nanny also along.
Right.
So then we decided to go to Alibag. Obviously, because the Roro, the car, then we can take all the dunya bhar ka saman we have to take for the baby.
Which is so much stuff.
So many things.
Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
God, being it diaper, be it massage mat, like there's just non-stop, like 3 change of clothes.
Yeah.
It's like going for a wedding.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like packing like that to-do list. Mama is saying mosquito patch,
yeah.
mosquito spray. After bite,
Mosquito balm.
balm is
Yeah.
also there. There's just like so many things you have to take for a baby, and you have to actually get organized in life.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You
Yeah.
can't have a chaos. You can't have chaos if you have a baby. I
Yeah. Then we have day diapers, day diapers, night diapers. Then the most important thing you have to take on any holiday with the baby is the nanny.
feel.
You can't go on a holiday without a nanny. I too can't do it.
yeah, yeah. I don't
Yeah.
think I can either.
Yeah, because I was like, once I went to Calcutta to meet my parents, it was a 3-hour flight. And my child is so active. I mean, just to hold the baby for like, to take out the passport, to take out the ticket, what will I do? I would have just gone crazy. So, the most important thing is, everywhere you can go, you have to take the nanny. If you want to have any semblance of a holiday and rest.
Not just
Or,
that.
or the grandparents.
oh yeah, the grandparents are the best
Or the nanny.
because they will thoroughly entertain your child. Like you can do whatever you want. But I am also, I think this is again first mom jitters. But I am also planning to take my camera that I have in a room. I'm
Oh,
going
yeah.
to take it and I'm going to put it up in the room in the Airbnb where we're staying, so that I can, while I'm chilling outside after she's gone to bed, just keep monitoring her.
Yeah, obviously. So that's why I use that. I have that Nanit for the home, and I have the travel Nanit.
Perfect.
So you can keep monitoring a
Yeah.
child. So like anytime I'm having dinner, I keep the phone like this, and you can always see. And then when the child is moving, you put the sound on. Did the baby get up?
Yeah,
Oh, baby's
right.
sleeping. What is happening? I'm like, oh God. Like now,
Yeah.
I think I'm becoming a little more confident
Mm.
that if he needs me, he'll just cry.
yeah.
Earlier, I used to be like, at Vasu's age, I used to be like, oh my God, what is happening? Why is he making a sound?
Yeah.
Is he up? And then I came to know one of the things you Googled in the night. Why is my baby making noise in the sleep? Then there's active sleep, REM sleep. This is happening in the sleep there. And then I'm sure you also must have Googled if a baby's crying, is they having tremors, nightmares.
yeah.
And all this just doesn't happen at this age.
Yeah.
But you're like, is my child having it? You're always confused. It could be your child. Your child could be the exception.
And even if Google tells you no, you're like, no, maybe Google doesn't
Yeah.
understand what's actually happening
Yeah.
with my child.
So basically, you take advice what suits you. And when you still have anxiety, then you'll ask on the mom group also.
Yeah.
Is anyone else also going through the same issue as you?
And there will be moms, to be
Yeah.
fair. A lot of people are going through the same thing.
Yeah, so I've noticed you and I share, we've had the same doctors, even our pediatrician is the same. So I have annoyed him with so many questions. I think, and I'm not the only person he's dealing with. He must be dealing with 100 moms like this. So now he's realized most moms are crazy. So his response to most of the questions is, not to worry, we'll settle. Because he's like, all moms are crazy. And they're like, but I saw this on Google. He stops responding because he knows everyone is crazy. He's like, I'm a doctor, I'm telling you, but no.
No.
They want me to verify what Google or ChatGPT say. So, yeah. I think most of my response, anything, can I do this? Can I not do this? Should I give him this? Should I give him the nebulizer, this, that? No. And I'll ask follow-up questions, no response.
No, I've done the same thing. I've written like an entire paragraph of exactly what's been happening for the past 2 days with like timelines and everything in it. And his response was, she will be okay.
Yeah, and he knows now you are my best friend. So he's like, both of us are crazy only, so same response. I think it's standard.
But I think it's great to have someone like this because I think it calms your anxiety also quite a bit. You're like,
Yeah.
this is not a big deal. No, this is not a big deal. My doctor barely responded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because so basically it's a 3 check. First you check with the doctor, then mom group, then ChatGPT or Google. Then
And
if
by
you
then
don't have an answer, then you just go to sleep.
Yeah, and then when you wake up, the child will be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've just like wasted so much time.
So, but one advice which the doctors told me, which is very correct, everything doesn't have an explanation in life. He's like, all this regression and growth spurt are just explanations given to calm mothers down. It's nothing.
Yeah,
They are
probably.
kids, things are going to happen. It's
Yeah.
a phase, you will move on.
That's true.
So, yeah. Because I, like, every time is it regression? Is it this, that? My child is learning new skill, this, that. God, so.
No, baby's
yeah.
going to baby.
Baby's going to baby. I
Yeah.
agree. So, yeah.
That I was not on maternity leave.
You were totally on maternity leave.
There is no concept of
You're saying
maternity
every time you
leave.
open the laptop, I need to feed my baby. That's basically you were on leave.
That's not leave.
You couldn't come for exhibitions and everything. You didn't come to work, so that's counted as maternity leave. But one thing I've realized, how 6 months is just not enough.
It is just not enough.
Yeah.
I mean, your baby has just started smiling at you, sitting up, and you just want to hang with them. Like, who would want to go back at that point?
Yeah, the fun times I think start after 6 months. So I feel 1 year maternity leave is good. Though I hope no future employee of Dular sees this, but I feel 1 year is a good maternity leave.
I agree.
Yeah. So Apurva, welcome back full time.
I
Bye maternity leave. It's over.
have.
I
been
was
there
back
full
to
time.
work after 2 months.
You were on pregnancy leave plus maternity
What
leave.
rubbish.
You
I was
have
on
like vibed throughout your pregnancy.
I was on bed rest with my laptop. My
That's what
laptop
I'm
was always
doing.
with me.
I am literally
Where is your laptop right now? Tell me.
at the shop because it overheated because I was working so
Conveniently,
much.
it is stop working. Your screen has broken. All these things are only
know.
happening when you have to come back to
That's
work.
what happens when you use something so much to do work.
No. Now it's over. Welcome
it's-
back. We'll start a small play area for both our kids to play. So
That'll be
don't use your
amazing.
child as an excuse not to come to work.
No, I love coming to work and I think it's going to be so much fun to be back at it with you. Like
Yeah.
genuinely because both the kids will get to hang out as well.
Yeah.
And I think it's just
And we'll
so
try
much
our
more
clothes for
fulfilling.
6 months and 1 year. Ready model because there'll be no sizing issue now.
Yeah, that's
We
true.
have live models. Girl, boy, 6 months, 1 year. So we'll be sorted.
Yeah, I think it's damn cool to sort of now come up with new products after we've become moms because I think we really catch the smallest things that could be a need. So I
Yeah.
think it's been a fun journey.
Yeah, we didn't start. When we started Dular, obviously we both were not moms. But
Yeah.
now we both are. So there's good amount of practical experience which is coming into, which will
Yeah.
help Dular.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think we're going to come out with a lot more fun, practical things now.
more girly prints, more boyish prints. Obviously, most of our things are gender neutral, but now we'll be able to do more girly things and
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think inspiration just strikes when you
Yeah.
have like a really cute baby in front of you and you're like, now I want to dress this baby.
yeah. Now you wanted to start doing hairbands and all that because you kept seeing
Yeah.
Vasudha in it. Let's do this. Let's do this. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
we'll do all these things.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah.
And then
Okay,
we'll run
that's a
to
wrap, guys. We'll shoot the next episode in a couple of weeks.
Oh, we're doing this again? It was not a one-time thing.